It's that time of week again, guys. We're back. Some more free entertainment brought to you by SV Blown Away. And in last week's episode, we made some new teak locker lids. Who are we? Well, we are Natalie, Ian and Nelson, and we are living a life less ordinary. Join us each week as we share our experiences and our lifestyle with you. This particular video footage of Blown Away is my favourite. I absolutely love this short clip that was shot leaving Meganisi Marina back in May 2021. Now, I would love nothing more to bring you video footage like this all throughout the year. But for us to present the boat in this kind of condition, we have to do maintenance. Now, this new lid fits like a glove, but it still needs a little bit of adjustment to stop it rubbing. I'm also going to sand the old locker lid so that it blends in with this one and they'll fade grey at the same pace. There you go, the new one's in place. Fits quite well actually, quite pleased with that. Considerably stronger. I've got a tiny little bit there. I'll have to play with the levels, but I'm going to let this settle in. I think I'll let this alone for a few weeks, see what it does. But yeah, quite happy with that. It looks quite well. Okay. And it's considerably stronger than the other one because it's thicker material. 16 instead of 12. So at some point I'll remake this one. Anyone else out there that owns a classic yacht, King's Power Paint. This varnish work needs to be redone every year. And as you can see, Nelson just loves to jump in and help.
And in the meantime, in between rain showers, I've also got a couple more coats of varnish on the forward Dorade boxes that are now covered in gingerness and I have no idea why. Ginger, is it your fault?
Tim, my life sucks. All work and no play, but forget that, we're off to the beach. And that's the thing with having a dog on board. You do have to get up and get off every once in a while to take him for a run.
Are we going round the island then?
There's another nice beach just there.
How's that for you, Pupster? I don't see any seals. The 30th of October 2021.
So it's almost November.
And it's 4:30 in the afternoon.
So you guys in the UK are going to be celebrating Bonfire Night pretty soon. Guy Fawkes trying to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Someone should have another try at that. And we're going to be celebrating it here. I'll just show you where we are.
People think having a dog on a boat is unfair on the dog.
I think it's unfair on me.
But we just drove around the corner in our dinghy. It took us maybe about 7 minutes. And we have this entire beach all to ourselves. All the way around.
This entire beach to ourselves. That dog's suffering, I'm telling you.
Ready? Ready?
So we bought the plywood. The plywood is here. This all has to be soaked in resin and epoxy to make it completely waterproof. And then the same as this one here, which we did in Italy, we are going to do our portside roof.
So we got a few leaks in this roof. There's a hairline crack in the GRP just there, which is not leaking at the moment, but will do. There's one there that I've stuck a load of butyl to stop it from leaking. It's leaking all the way through there and dripping into the galley, and then there's a whole bunch here, which is my Christmas decoration thing, and it's leaking somewhere back there by the hatch as well. So we're going to take the entirety of this roof off. It's gone. What are we doing with it now?
Taking it off.
Taking it off.
Oh.
And we're going to take the windows out as well. So those glass windows in the side of the coach roof, they are also coming out. And the reason they're coming out is there is corrosion in behind the aluminium frames. Steel bow, aluminium window frames, guess what happens? They've been in there for them original, but there's corrosion here on this one. And the other one that's leaking quite badly is the galley and this one. So those glass windows are all being removed. I'll refurbish them and then refit them. So, stay tuned. I know you want to watch sailing, or some of you want to watch sailing. Some of you just want women in bikinis. There will be no bikinis from now onwards. We have finished our 3 month in Meganese. We've managed to get a few jobs done while we've been in there, which is nice, good. Locker lid's finished. So our locker lid is finished. So this is all new wood. The planks are still back there. I haven't put the planks away yet. I might need some of that stuff. And we are heading towards Tranquil Bay in Niedre. Yeah, literally we come out of Meganese, I put the boat into gear. I didn't pick up the engine speed whatsoever. And we're just crawling along doing 3 knots. So we have met a few other liveaboard boats.
And some pretend ones.
You can't say they're pretend liveaboards, Natalie. We have met some other people with boats that will be staying around the area over winter. So yeah, we should see a few other people out and about sailing, which would be nice, because last time we were here we were in lockdown and we didn't see anyone out sailing. It was dead. We weren't allowed to go sailing. But we can move around this winter, so we're quite looking forward to it. For the autopilot, I think we'll either go over to Palaros or Provenza, one or the other. We need some brackets welded up, and I don't have the materials for that, so I'm going to see some guys about that. And there is an electrician over there that could potentially help us with wiring up the electric motor for the autopilot that we've got hanging around. So we've got quite a bit planned. We really do. You should stick around. Could be funny. Could set fire to the boat. I can't remember what I need. We need some belt sanding.
Bring that belt that you've got, your old one, so that you know. Apparently, Nelson threw all the old belts away, so now the people in the shop won't know what we need.
Yeah.
It was Nelson.
So basically, we need some belt sander belts. But I threw away all the old ones, so now I don't have an old one to take to the shop and try and explain what I need.
Did you throw away all of Daddy's old belts from his belt sander? No, you didn't. Did you?
Conspiracy theory.
Did you throw them away?
Yeah. It was me. You got me.
Silly Ian.
No, I'm going to keep an old one so I can just walk in the shop and go, can I have one of these, please?
Uh-huh.
In my Greekish thing.
Yeah. But look, we're back in the beautiful Tranquil Bay. And as you can see, as always, it's extremely tranquil.
In the big storm that we got caught in off of Corfu, we lost a plank from our swim platform. So we had a temporary piece that we put in a little while back, a piece of plywood, and I'm now going to make a new one from Iroka. And we'll have that in hopefully done in the next hour or so. Shouldn't take too long. Cut it with a jigsaw. And as often the case, I don't have 4 screws that are the same. Oh dear. So we've marked the wood. So I've got positions here for the screws are going to go into. So this is a new piece and that is going into the gap down there. But as is often the case, the screws that I have don't fit through the metal in the swim platform. So now I have to drill out the swim platform to get the screws through. It's cold, it's November, plank's in there, it's done.
So our idea is, eventually, is to actually create the stainless frame so that the planks actually have something on top, because otherwise when the waves smack up from underneath, it's just all on the little screws. So that's one of our, hopefully, this winter jobs. But in the meantime, there is a new plank made of Oroco, and hopefully that one will stay.
That'll be the end of the season then. After a couple of days in Idri, we head north. We're going up to Provenza. And we were told the story that this is actually a ferry as opposed to a bridge. Hence it says FB. FB stands for floating bridge, apparently. And the reason for that is that the Greeks give a tax break to anyone living on an island. So Lefkada remains an island due to this being a ferry as opposed to a bridge. I have no idea if that is true, but that is the information I was given. Anyways, we are going north, and the reason we're heading north is twofold. Firstly, we need to collect that new cooker that we've teased you about before, and also we have a small job to do for another boat owner in Cleopatra, which is a boat storage yard. So we're going to Provenza.
What do you think of the situation? Huh? Nelson, what do you think of the situation? What? You're a crazy person?
No, there's crazy people on the beach, like partially naked.
But it's like the 6th of November. It's like the day after Guy Fawkes night.
Do you think they're panic tanning?
Probably.
Silly Brits, right?
Maybe.
That bridge gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, at least they opened it this time.
Yeah, they did open it fully once today. That was quite nerve-wracking.
We had to drop the solar panels on the rails, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Just scrape our way through, because all he did was lift the ramp instead of swinging the bridge.
Yes.
Very, very helpful chappy.
Yes.
Yeah, so my fear goes back to Poole Harbour of all places. I used to have a mooring up above the first lifting bridge. There was only one at the time. And on an ebb tide, the flow through the bridge would be quite significant. And trying to get this thing out through that bridge on an ebb tide, scary. Like, properly scary. Brown trouser moment. Brown trousers and bicycle clips, weren't good.
Ew.
Ew.
Okay. We're going to do a little interview with our skipper.
Little.
Interview. We're going to do a little interview.
The battery's going to run out.
It is. You've got 18%.
You've already asked me the question, so I can answer it and then cut all the shit out in the middle.
Okay, go.
Our last year of travel. Yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed the last year, actually. As you rightly said earlier, we've gone pretty much all the way around Greece. The thing is with Greece, there are so many islands. There are hundreds, if not thousands of islands. So it's really easy to miss some out and then go back and do them again. And with COVID the way it is, and you know, like the numbers are still on the rise, etc., I really don't feel like going too far. And that sounds crazy because we're travellers, it's what we do, but I feel safe here. And I feel like I can explore more of Greece and not necessarily retrace our steps. Recap, we had a fantastic year of sailing. I really enjoyed 2021.
And how do you feel about 7 months of that being in lockdown?
We got on with
Almost.
stuff, didn't we? We had 7 months in lockdown, but we weren't sitting around doing nothing. We put on a few kilos eating chocolate out of boredom, but we got on with canvas work, we got on with repair work, we did other bits and pieces for other people to make a little bit of money to top up the cruising kit. So yeah, winter 2020 was actually alright. I didn't dislike it.
And talking about our canvas work, we actually had a question from one of our subscribers the other day, from Mr. Stuart McNish. Hey Stuart. And he asked about our bimini. He asked if it was new, and we actually made it. We had the frame made last October, November by some stainless guys in the Lefkas area. And we did the canvas ourselves in Meganese in lockdown. Say hi to Stuart.
Hey Stuart, how you doing? How you getting on with your boat?
Yeah.
And you notice in the background while I was giving that interview, there are channel markers, lateral markers, reds and greens. And the reason for that is this is a dredged channel. It's dredged for the few ships that come in and out of here. And either side of us is 3, maybe 4 meters deep. And for those that don't know Greece so well, this is the entrance to Preveza. Now over there on the hard is approximately 6,000 boats. There are very few safe marinas around here that you can leave a boat all year long. So the vast majority of boats get lifted out onto the hard, and that is what you're looking at. We are here to collect our new cooker. How exciting! So I fitted a new cooker to this boat 20 years ago when I first bought this fine vessel, and the cooker's been on its last legs for the last year or so. We've milked it as long as we can. We managed to get one shipped in from Germany. We've bought a Force 10 from SVB Chandler's in Munich, I think they were, from memory. Apparently it's on a pallet ready for us to collect, and that's why we've come up here. We've literally travelled this distance to collect our new cooker. But while we're up here, we'll most likely do a few other jobs. We've got one job for a client, needs a cover making and some woodworking stuff that he's asked me to do. Imagination.
It's not a climbing frame, Ian. What have you got?
It's a cooker.
Don't be ridiculous.
We've got 12 people over for Christmas dinner.
You could fit like 3 turkeys in there.
World's largest cooker, what are you doing? Why didn't you buy a small one like I wanted? What are you cooking for Christmas? Jeez.
I'm going to do 3 turkeys, chipolata sausages, Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes and roasted vegetables and stuffing.
Maybe I'll stick around for Christmas after all.
Cool.
Okay, ready? Go. So we need to get that out of there in a non-destructive fashion.
Cooker on board. Are you sure there's a cooker in here? It's not like
It's one of those Russian.
parcel.
That's one of those Russian dolls. Tenya's going to go through the hatch. It's not going to come in the companionway. Can't see it. The last one didn't come down the companionway. I had to strip that hatch out. Piece of lift off. I had the same problem last time. The cooker's too large to go in through the companionway, so it won't go through our front door, so to speak. It has to go in through the hatch, which means stripping part of this down. So we're going to pull that hatch off and then lower this in on a rope. Fun and games. Absolute fun and games.
Are you going to tell him what happened last time you did
Yeah, last time I did this, I dropped it and broke the table that we used to be in the upper saloon. Me and the cooker went through the hatch because I was doing it on my own, stupidly. I thought I could control it and I didn't. So me and the cooker went through the hatch, broke the table. That's where it's going. Okay, down slowly. Okay, keep going. Okay, down slow. Okay, you're in.
Someone put a cooker in the bloody way.
Oh no, it's going to be there for a few weeks as well, I suspect. We're going to have to rebuild the galley. No way that's going in where the other one was. Not a hope in hell. Oh wow, this is a neat way of doing it, right?
And so if you're grilling,
Yeah, okay.
you can either have it closed. No, that's
It has to come off because if you don't, there's plastic underneath. So we now have a very expensive stainless steel coffee table that we can't possibly go sailing with this loose in the cabin. An SVB chandlery in Germany forgot to send the hose down, and we are waiting on a tiny 10-euro part before we can fit the cooker. So join us again next week on SV Blown Away